National President, Williams Akporia, and General Secretary, Afola Biolawale, told its members to be on red alert over the attack on NLC peaceful protest in Kaduna State. Nupeng warned that if any harm was inflicted on any of his members, the leadership of the union would not hesitate to call on all its members throughout the nation for a total shutdown of all services in the upstream, midstream, and downstream sectors of the oil and gas industry. And I quote, "In the light of the above, we are therefore putting all Nupeng members nationwide on red alert and may at very short notice of 5 hours call for a nationwide industrial action if situation arises." The union said its national leadership was deeply saddened with violent turn of NLC peaceful protests by the dictatorial and despotic regime of Governor Nasir El-Rufai in Kaduna State. The union said it was raising the alarm following the very reliable report of the clandestine move of El-Rufai to hurt and put the lives of the NLC president, Ayuba Waba, and other labor leaders in danger in his usual blind, egotistic style of running government in the state. The Federal Government and Public Service Institute of Nigeria, PSIN, have expressed their readiness to partner on strengthening fiscal transparency and accountability in states. National Program Coordinator, State Fiscal Transparency, Accountability and Sustainability Program for Results, Mr. Stephen Okon, made a disclosure in Abuja. A statement issued by Communications Specialist for SFTAS, Mr. Ibrahim Mohammed, quoted Okon as stating this at a 4-day pilot workshop for curriculum development on public financial management and open government principles, OGP. He said that the workshop was organized by the Public Service Institute of Nigeria in collaboration with West Africa Institute for Financial and Economic Management, WIFEM. Okon added that strengthening fiscal transparency and accountability in states through state fiscal transparency, accountability and sustainability program for results would go a long way in ensuring good fiscal governance for sustainable development of Nigeria's economy. The Minister of State Finance, Budget and National Planning, Prince Clement Agba, has called for a new approach in implementation of second phase of the National Action Plan, NAP2. Agba made the call in Abuja at the 2021 Open Government Partnership, OGP Week for Nigeria OGP National Steering Committee on interactive dialogue with all the thematic working group co-chairs. He urged all government partners in OGP in Nigeria to work hard towards achieving the set goals and objectives of the National Action Plan for accelerated progress on OGP. The minister said the Independent Reporting Mechanisms IRM of the OGP published a review of the implementation of the first phase of National Action Plan, NAP1, which reached recommendations that the committee needed to reflect on. Agba said that the committee must immediately get to work on implementing the second action plan for better outcomes, seeing that they have about 1 year left of the implementation cycle. He stressed the need for direct intervention with relevant MDAs when needed to ensure the partnership was trained and implementation continued seamlessly, resource mobilization from donors and bilateral partners, which was dwindling. The Edo State government is set to benefit $250 million worth of financing from the United States of America for oil palm and cassava value chain development, special agro-processing zones, and renewable energy infrastructure in the state. This was disclosed at the Fayuz Oil Palm Plantation Expansion Ribbon Cutting Ceremony in Ewa Unsi Community, Irumode local government area, by the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, through the state's head of service, Anthony Okungboa. Okungboa noted that the state was keen on providing necessary incentives to investors in the oil and palm cassava value chain in the state. He assured of the governor's commitment to providing a wholesome environment for investors in the state as part of united efforts to diversify the state economy and provide jobs for its teeming youth. Okungboa said that the state government had set up the Edo State Oil Palm Program to create the necessary interface to harness the arable land in driving economic activity and creating wealth. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, has asked the National Assembly to approve 2.3 trillion naira external loan to enable him fund part of the 2021 13.8 trillion naira national budget. The request was contained in a letter addressed to the Senate President, Ahmed Lawan, and Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, and read at plenary in both chambers yesterday, where he said the proposed loan, equivalent of 2.3 trillion naira, was to finance the 2021 budget deficit of 5.6 trillion naira. He said the amount was part of 4.6 trillion naira that the federal lawmakers had earlier approved for his regime to be borrowed this year, as contained in the 2021 Appropriation Act. He added that the loan would enable the federal government to fund critical infrastructural projects in transportation, health, and education, among others. This is coming barely a month after the Senate approved $1.5 billion and 995 million euros external borrowings for the federal government. And the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, said that over 300 billion naira had been disbursed to companies operating in southern parts of Nigeria as part of its interventions in the agricultural sector. Emefiele said these while faulting claims in certain quarters, suggesting that the bank's targeted interventions in the sector were tilted in favor of a certain sector of the country. He said the companies and farmers across Lagos, Edo, Ondo, Ogun, Osun, Ekiti, Bayelsa, Rivers and Cross River states were major beneficiaries of the bank's interventions. Emefiele made the clarification in Ado-Ekiti, Ekiti State, while unveiling the 2020 wet season harvest aggregation and inauguration of the 2021 wet season input distribution in the Southwest Geopolitical Zone under the CBN RIFAN Anchor Borrowers Program. According to him, contrary to views held by some individuals and interest groups, the bank's interventions in the Anchor Borrowers Program were not only about rice production, but had expanded to over 21 crops and were evenly spread across the country. He therefore enjoined Nigerian youths to embrace agriculture, saying they have the talent, energy, enthusiasm, technological adaptation, capacity, and all the right drive to revolutionize agricultural production in Nigeria. And that's it on Business Flash for today on Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. Join us on Friday for another edition. I am Ayomide Olugbosi. Good morning and thank you for listening.
Quick, charge at 240.
Hot news, cool vibe.